Faces in the smoke. Faces in the smoke. Collect the ash, light the fire, say the words, offer the sacrifice. Look deeply into the smoke. Hold your breath and wait. See the patterns in the smoke. Say the words again. Let the faces finish forming. Ask your questions while the flames last. Don't breathe in the smoke. Put out the flame. Collect the ash. In this world, rituals are potent. They can heal, they can harm, they can grant wishes, they can place curses. They all have a price, and all of them are dangerous if not treated with respect. For those who underestimate a ritual, death or worse awaits. Nothing is more simple and more complex than the faces in the smoke. What the ritual does is summon a creature of smoke, ones that manifest as animated ghostly heads in the smoke of a fire. While the creature is summoned, the summoner can ask the questions they seek answers to, and the smoke will attempt to answer them all. No lies, no trick, just the blunt truth, even if the summoner doesn't like it. There are exceptions, very few ones. The faces in the smoke can't answer anything not of this reality, so information about visitors from other dimensions will not work. There are also some creatures, artifacts and items that the ritual will not bring knowledge of, either because the thing in question has been warded to block the face's knowledge, or because again it's of an existence not belonging to this world. The last restriction is, the faces in the smoke cannot answer questions about the future, just the present and the past. What will be is constantly in flux, so the answer will always change. Everything else, from cures to diseases, weaknesses of anomalous creatures, even counters to unwanted transformation, all these can be revealed with this ritual. To summon the faces in the smoke, the ritual is simple, but messing it up has dangerous consequences. First, take your most precious possession, not your favorite or the most expensive, but the item that has the most emotional value to you, and then burn it. Burn it until all you have left are ashes. If you use the wrong item, it just means the ritual will not work at all. Collect those ashes and go to a place of nature, one where man's impact has been minimized. Make a pentagram out of stone and build a fire inside. After you set the fire, say the words. What the words are tend to be different to each person, but they will come to mind, especially if you were right in selecting the right item to burn. If you don't say the words that come to mind, or even say the words wrong, nothing will happen and the ritual will fail. Next, take the ashes of your most precious item and toss the ashes into the flame and hold your breath as you look into the flame. Properly done, patterns will start to appear in the smoke. Wait until the patterns settle into a shape and then breathe out. Do not breathe in, for you risk taking in the smoke, and once you do, you'll suffocate. Smoke cannot be pushed out of your lungs. As you say the words again and again, if done right, up to this stage, the fire will turn purple and the patterns will change into faces. Do not speak until faces have finished forming. Do so when they turn to address you and all the eyes of the faces in the smoke are wide open. If you speak before the faces have finished forming, flame will explode in a massive purple fireball. Most who messed up this stage have not survived from their injuries. The fire will be burning your fuel source much more intensely now, so while they are lit, you can ask any question you do not know the answer to. As you do so, the answers will appear in your brain. There's nothing the faces in the smoke cannot answer. Do not ask questions you already know answers to. If you do so, the faces in the smoke will come out of the fire and one of them will steal your face. You will be added to the collective of faces in the smoke, while the one that took your face will take your body as a new host. Remember to be careful not to breathe in the smoke, because again, once they're in your lungs, you won't be able to expel them. Do not say the words again that were used to summon the faces while they're already present. Doing so will cause an explosion, which at the distance the summoner is at, the injuries are not survivable. Once the flames start to turn from purple to their usual color, your time is almost up. Don't add more fuel to extend your time. The flames are still volatile at that stage. Once the flames are back to normal, the faces will disperse into patterns and then into nothingness. At that stage, it's okay to put out the flames. Take notice of the ashes of your precious eye. At the end of the ritual, they'll have been compressed into a purple crystal. Crystal can be shattered again and used as the sacrifice needed to resummon the faces in the smoke. It is repeatable at any time until the end result of the ritual produces a black stone, similar to obsidian. What that means is that the summoner has a new precious object and that it must be burned for the ritual to work in the future. A simple ritual, but can grant key things to those smart enough to ask the right questions. Because truth begets knowledge. Knowledge is power, and power means freedom.